Yade yade. How's it going, folks? It is your boy Thomas, and I'm dressed as Kisuke Urahara from Bleach today. We are looking at the Supreme Week 11 full drop list, Halloween special. Happy Halloween to all my ghouls and goblins out there. Let's get right into the video. This week, we have a pretty solid drop list. Right here, I realize it says partial drop list, but we do, I thought, had the entire full drop list. Yes, we do. Here we go. Supreme Week 11. It's looking pretty solid, guys. We have a nice football jersey. We finally have the Supreme 4 World Peace work jacket. Have been looking forward to that for a long time, along with the matching beanie. We have the Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary keychain, the Supreme X Rotary Hero Side Table stool. $248. We will see. Let's hope that is the retail price. But you know, it could actually be a little bit more expensive. Even with the full drop list, we aren't always 100% right before the release actually happens. We also have some nice sweatpants coming out. A full, it looks like a velour suit. The Supreme Baroque Brown Air Force Ones, some buckets. A really nice, well-rounded collaboration, or collection, I should say. A nice, well-rounded collection overall. Just solid Supreme. No major collabs. Let's not get freaking insane. Let's not go bonkers, guys. We are just keeping it simple this week. And sometimes that's all you really need. Let's go over to Supreme Community for the full drop list individual item breakdown. By the way, shout out to Supreme Community for the follow on Twitter. Was not expecting this, but shout out to these guys. These are the people behind the supremecommunity.com website that I use right here. You guys can go check it out at supremecommunity.com. Look at the items on the drop list, upvote them up or down. We always try to kind of rig these votings just to make sure the dope pieces don't get too caught on. But without further ado, let's take a look at the first item. Rotary Hero Side Table. I talked about this in my week 11 kind of leak video I did yesterday, talking also about what sold out last week. Go check that out if you want to see all the items that sold out from Supreme Week 10. And yeah, it's a bunch of Supreme box logo stickers dipped in acrylic and made into a side table. It's pretty neat. It's a unique accessory. Poly resin, stool side table. Those are the dimensions. I'm going to give it an upvote because it's pretty nice. I probably won't go for it, but I think it's a really cool item and I'd love to see the in-person pictures once people get them in. Big Logo Beanie is next, and holy crap, are those a lot of colors available. It's like 9 colors it looks like, 2 plaids. We got green, we got this plaid. I can't even look at all of them individually, but here they all are yellow. A really solid big logo beanie. I could see this definitely selling out in a few colors, and certainly down the road will maintain or gain a little bit in value. Not a ton of resale on this, but maybe a little bit. Next up is the Guadalupe leather keychain featuring, maybe it's not the Virgin Mary. I am bad at my Catholic and Christian iconography. I know the basics, right? But the actual information behind every single one I might be a little bit hazy on. So if you guys know what saint or mother or whoever this is, let me know. And if I am an uncultured heathen, that's okay. Because currently I am a Shinigami that doesn't take no shit from no hollow, no Arankar. We ain't talking that bullshit around here. My Ryatsu is a little bit higher than you might believe. But I won't show you my full power till the end of the video, so stick around. Distress Loose Fit Salvage Jean is next. Okay, this is gonna go fast and will probably be one of the best items on the drop list. $288. I know a lot of people really fuck with Selvedge denim. There's something about the manufacturing process of Japanese Selvedge denim that lends really well to long-term wear. I believe there's something about how it fits to your actual legs over the long term, the way it wrinkles, the way it forms to your body. You're not supposed to actually ever really wash these. I know there's some crazy forums of people talking about, yeah, I just put mine in the freezer, you know, freezing my denim because I have no room for groceries because I'm spending $300 on Salvage jeans. I really fuck with these, but unfortunately my budget right now, not cutting it for $288 on these jeans, but super sick and will definitely sell out. NYC Coaches Jacket is next. We did see the Coaches or the NYC crew neck last week, and I could potentially see the Coaches Jacket doing a little bit better, given that we haven't really been seeing a ton of Coaches Jackets recently. This is a very popular Supreme style for a long time. It has been. I'm thinking like the Supreme Akira Coaches Jacket was pretty sick. There's been a lot of them that people have made over the years, or that Supreme has made over the years. And these 4 colors are solid. We got orange just in time for Halloween, black, navy, and green. Really solid Coaches Jacket. Not sure if it'll sell out, but potentially. And the price on that is about $148, which is really affordable. Baroque Brown Air Force One Low is next. This is actually a full grain leather upper sneaker. It's not that kind of suede look that Supreme Drops put on his initial mock-up, which for the longest time, Supreme Drops' mock-up was used on StockX. Every single website used his shit, but these are the official images of the Baroque Brown Air Force One. This is the exclusive look, folks. We did see this again in my video yesterday, but I think it's pretty sick. Honestly, with the Supreme laces, it looks dope. $125 though, man, the nice thing about these originally were that they were 98 bucks and didn't cost you too much. And it was a cool, like, low-key Supreme collaboration. Now they're kind of edging in on a full Nike collab, and that's not really what this is. I've always seen these as kind of a Supreme sneaker, but they're using a Nike model. Does that make sense? It's not a collab where Nike's coming in with all the influence. Like, in my head, Supreme's doing dang near all of this. I don't know why I think like that. It's because it kind of just releases low-key as a part of a drop list, not a part of a hyped collab, but that's just the way I look at it. $124. They may sell out today, but certainly these will restock in the future. I know the previous tan or caramel Air Force Ones that released 2 years ago have only restocked a couple times, but there's nothing that says that these will not restock. I always get the impression that the Supreme Air Force Ones are made in pretty large quantity, so maybe some resale this week, but I don't see a ton long term. These next up, we have the small box hooded sweatshirt. This is a pretty unique hoodie with the address of each different Supreme store featured on a different color. So San Francisco gets purple, Milan gets light blue, Chicago gets brown, London gets this shade of gray, Paris gets black, West Hollywood gets a kind of a darker gray, Brooklyn gets an olive, Shibuya, Tokyo gets a navy, Gangnam, Seoul gets white, New York gets red, Berlin gets yellow. And that's a really cool concept, but overall it's kind of a boring design. It does have the small box logo, but you're just wearing an address. So it's kind of like, if you know, you know. If you like it, get it. $158. I could see these potentially being collectible in the future, and certainly if you have for some reason the entire set, that would be pretty cool. But at $158, I don't know. It's kind of like up to you guys if you want to cop it or not. I probably wouldn't go for it, but again, up to you. All right, the small box Drawcord hooded sweatshirt is next. I think this is a better one, low key, especially this urban camo one. Shout out to 30 Headshots in Modern Warfare 2. You guys know what I'm talking about. Pretty cool. The Drawcord is a little bit fat, so if you don't like the Drawcord style, maybe not. But I think that'll be the most contentious part of this design. Honestly, guys, I think the black one looks the best. Maybe the camo one, because at least on the black one, you can't really see the drawcords. You could always take the drawcords out as well if you don't really need the adjustable hoodies. I mean, how often are you adjusting your hoodie for the rain or whatever? Pretty infrequently. That's a potential option, but $158 right there is the estimated retail price. Pretty decent piece, nothing too special. Kind of a simple sleeper. All right, the Big Daddy. Surprisingly far down on the list is the Piece Embroidered Work jersey, or Piece Embroidered Work jacket. It's a water-resistant cotton blend with 3M Thinsulate insulation and quilted taffeta lining, full zip closure, hidden Velcro placket, melt hand pockets at lower front and interior chest pocket. Keep your sneaky stuff in the interior, and then the embroidered logo on chest and graphic on the back. Original embroidered artwork by AOI, who's yet again doing more artwork for Supreme. That's pretty cool. $288 for this work jacket is a little bit steep. It is, however, under the magical $300 price point. So I know for some people that's big. I definitely would comp the navy one. I probably don't have the funds. I definitely don't have the funds to be comping this week. Need more YouTube money, so shout out YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. But I do also love that the piece is like abbreviated. I don't know what that means. Is that like stand for anything? Is it just a design choice? I don't know. Make it whatever you want, but I think the navy looks the best. given that Supreme does have a white text on a navy background, the black one, you just can't see it as well. So $288, pretty solid piece. Small box polo sweater is next, and this is not really my style, but I know a lot of people do kind of dig these knit collared button-up shirts. This one is just not doing it for me though. $148, it's like, you know, if this is your style, go for it. And I could be totally wrong. This could be something that people really like and sells out instantly. It's just never gonna be something that I will get, but that's just my opinion. If you like it, go for it. Small box Drawcord sweatpants are up next, and these are obviously matching the hoodie. So if you ever wanted to get a full comfy boy sweatsuit from Supreme, here you go. You got numerous different colors to do it in. Camo if you're crazy, black if you want to be low key. And again, black is the only one that has the color matched drawstring. So if you're not a fan of the weird big drawcord, then go for the black. Or don't get it at all. It is $158 for sweatpants, which admittedly is pretty expensive. Please zip up hooded shirt is next. I actually like this design. It's fun. It's got a big cheetah print on this, which I don't think those will be the most coveted colors. They typically never really are when they're this bold, unless it's a really appealing style, but everything is subjective. Nice quilted interior here. We got a zip up, and the Supreme embroidery on the side of the hood is actually a nice little touch. I do fuck with that. I think maybe out of the patterned ones, the blue one is a little bit better. What do you guys think? I think though ultimately the black one will be the one people go after. I do also like the 2 breast pockets right there, button ups, polar fleece, full zip closure, pockets, utility pockets. Yes, $148 though seems a little bit too good to be true, but perhaps it really is only $148, which I think that's probably the best bang for your buck in terms of sweatshirts we've seen so far, if you're actually shopping for winter clothes, which if you're in very cold environments, you need winter clothes. No shit, right? Bumblebee long sleeve football top. I think this could be a massive sleeper, coming in at only $110. I think this could be the sleeper piece, or maybe even the best piece of the week. Man, I'd love to cop this week on the live cop. We'll see if you guys think this will resell. If you guys think it will, maybe I'll fucking cop it. Maybe we gotta go crazy. But we do have some interesting coincidences, right? This looks like kind of a Chicago Bears colorway. I know the blue isn't the same, but it could be this one. Obviously, you got some Boston colors here, maybe some Green Bay Packers, right? Kind of see what I'm saying? But the most obvious one is like Pittsburgh Steelers right here, the black and yellow. This could match very nicely with Jordan 4s. Again, Thunders. But again, you know, I am stuck in that 2016. Your shirt's gotta match the kicks. Kind of getting away from that these days, but nevertheless, I think this is a really cool design. It's got big lettering on the front. It's got a unique little mascot, a little bumblebee. He's kind of mischievous too. Scheming, I'd even say. And the really nice Supreme sportswear tag right there at the bottom, which they use on all their jerseys or a lot of their jerseys. Really, really sick. I love the 23 for spring, summer, or fall, winter 23. Love that. Supreme on the back. And really good colors. Even this one, probably the weakest one because of the brown, but maybe people really fuck with it. What do you guys think is the best color and has the highest chance of resale? I'm gonna place my bets on the black and yellow one. Really solid piece. I'm shocked it's down this far, but we're gonna downvote it, and I want you guys to do that too, so people don't catch on to the Bumblebee football top. Velvet suit is next, and this is absolutely hilarious. An all cotton velvet Supreme suit is just a great piece. And if you really do need a velvet suit for whatever reason, I've always thought it'd be really sick to get a Supreme suit. I've never copped one. I really mess with the seersucker ones they released in the past, but this one, pretty solid. I mean, velour is a tough material to pull off for a suit, but again, if you can pull it off, go for it. $600. It really isn't that expensive for a suit, but no guys, you do have to get this tailored. You can't just buy it off the shelves and fit instantly. I mean, that's very rare. Maybe it'll work for you, but definitely do some research on what Supreme suits, how they run. I don't have that information, but a lot of it's available online. I would go on to Reddit and search Supreme suit sizing if you genuinely want to cop this. make sure you get the right size. Also made in Italy, which is sick. Also made in Italy, which is sick. The work pant is next. Heavy cotton work pant. Very simple design. Cop it if you like the fit, if you like the style. These are estimated to be $128, so pretty cheap. Definitely a good option if you want some purple work pants or any other color. Supreme Shot Leather Car Coat. Here we go. A coat for the car. Supreme and Shot. It's just a real classic pairing. I feel like every fall winter we get a Shot leather coat. I've always wanted to get one of these, but I could never justify paying the full retail price just with my current budget, guys. Let's be honest here. This is like a month's of rent for me. And yeah, we are not dropping that on a leather coat, but I do think it's super sick. Very clean, timeless design. A piece like this will never really go out of style. And for leather stuff, I've always thought, you know, thrift stores are good for it. Secondhand, copying it on eBay, just kind of getting it again from the secondary market, buying it for retail at $900. If that's worth it to you, if you can afford it, go for it. For me though, and I think most people watching, probably out of our price range, but hey, let me know if you're copping Supreme Shot leather coat, and I will commend you on your bravery. Thank you for your service. Snap Pocket Camp Cap is next, and this is kind of going along the funny, nuanced, interesting little Supreme caps they've been doing as of recently. It's a pocket on the top of your hat, which actually could be pretty useful if it wasn't so dang distracting. Like if they could have used a tonal matched button. Like why Supreme does the tonal stuff on so many items that takes away from the Supreme branding. But when it's this big ass button on the front, they're like, nope, that's gotta be contrast. We need it to be black. So unless you're copping the black one, I think these are all pretty ugly. It looks like you have a big dot on your forehead because you do. So maybe if you really like the utility of it or the nuance, the interesting factor, the kind of parody aspect of a hat. I'm a silly hat and I have a pocket on top, then maybe go for it. But for me, just a little bit too goofy. Jag Advisor 6-panel. I think this is a slept-on hat. It's kind of got a racing-inspired look to it. It looks like there's a color underneath this, and then there's a layer of fabric stitched on top that was kind of cut and then sewn back. I don't really know what's going on here material-wise. It does look like there's a bit going on this little visor stripe, but hey, I don't know. The sides of it or the back of it is pretty interesting. New York, something or other, USA dot. Is that like tire sizes? I can't even really read what's going on this hat. It looks almost like it's a racing hat, but I'm not exactly sure. It's got official partners on the side of it. Could be a sleeper hat, but I can clearly not really articulate what's going on. So we're just going to move on from that because yeah, I can't read that text for whatever reason. Maybe I'm going blind. Piece embroidered work beanie is next. It's not even a work beanie, but it's the work jacket design on an embroidered beanie. There we go, Thomas. Here we go. End of the video, guys. So holy shit. Let's get through this. World piece, AOI artwork, same as the work jacket. $40, really affordable for that embroidery. People don't like it though as much because it kind of looks weird on your head. Kind of similar to the Tom and Jerry one where it has two different embroidery pieces on it. It kind of spreads out the logo. But again, if you like it, go for it. But people aren't really feeling it. And last but not least, it's the poor bucket hat. Shout out to the bucket hats, man. Shout out to Keysuke Uehara's bucket hat that I'm rocking right here. This is actually a Viz official bucket hat, guys. I didn't go for the generic Spirit Halloween costume hat. For this outfit, I had to go whole hog. And I will show you the full costume at the end of the video, which is really soon. But yeah, filled Cordura bucket cap. It looks like it's a bit of a winter hat, like it's stuffed potentially. None right here is a kind of a funny placeholder text, but $58. And that is gonna do it, folks. This is the full Supreme Week 11 drop list, and I think this really cements Fall Winter 23 as one of the best seasons of all time. We kind of can't get away from that point now, guys, because we've had so much consistent fire coming out. Like, even if you don't love this week, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling kind of indifferent on it, you can't help but appreciate the solid pieces. The Bumblebee jersey, the big logo beanie, the side table, the piece work jacket, the leather coat, the Baroque brown Air Force Ones. It's a solid piece. And yeah, guys, what are you going for this week? Let me know. Be sure to stay tuned to my live stream, which will be happening this Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll love to see you all there. I'll showcase my Halloween costume and bid you guys a happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Don't eat too much candy. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
から出向いたのではないか。 久しぶりに聞いたっすね。
どういうことだ？
クイーンシーとはかつては世界中に点在していた対捕虜戦に特化した大麻の眷属、そして200年以上前に滅んだ一族なんです。
滅んだ？
そうっす。今でいう黒崎さんのような力を持つ人間たちが滅